Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be interviewing and looking at sea turtle eggs. Sea turtles are an endangered species and we're going to be seeing why, and we're going to also be asking a bunch of questions about sea turtles and their habits. Let's get into the video. Hi guys, today I'm here at Ramla, il-Hamera with turtle expert Angelique, and she's going to explain to us about turtles, and she is with Nature Trust Malta, and they are watching turtle eggs and making sure that turtles, which are an endangered species, stay safe when they're coming to and from to lay eggs on this beach. So our first question is going to be, why are turtles an endangered species?
Turtles, amongst other animals, are endangered because mostly human activity. Either because before they got the protected status they were being caught and cooked. They are also becoming victims of marine debris, ghost nets in the sea, boat hits. So their numbers were starting to decrease because of human activity. That is why mostly their numbers are a little bit endangered.
So we have turtle eggs here, right? So how do you know that the turtles will lay in this beach every time? Why don't they just go to other beaches?
So with turtles, when they are hatchlings coming out of the sand, the process is that while they are hatching, the coordinates, the magnetic coordinates of this beach get imprinted in their heads. So then they go, they grow up, they mature. Once they find a suitable mate and they are ready to lay their nest, they go to that magnetic coordinate where they were born. So basically the mummy who came to lay her eggs here was probably born here 25 years or more ago.
Okay, so that's really interesting. Turtles must be really smart to actually remember all that for 25 years. So, what is the history of turtles on Ramla, il-Hamera?
So, we've known that turtles do nest here. The last officially recorded nest was about 70 years ago. We've known that there were other nestings, but we could never either catch the turtle on the beach or confirm where the nest was, so it was still a little bit of a question mark. This year we were lucky enough that there was a couple on the beach here at night who actually saw the turtle come up to lay her nest, and they called us as soon as they saw her coming out of the water.
That's really great that they called you so that you guys can make sure the turtles stay safe and go for the non-extinction of turtles. My next question is, how many turtle eggs are there and how long will it take for them to hatch and go back to the sea?
So, we have confirmed that there are the turtle eggs because having actually witnessed the turtle coming up, we could see it laying the eggs. However, we do not touch them while they are being laid. So we don't know exactly how many eggs there are, but usually there are between 100 and 120. The incubation period is between 50 and 60 days. So we're expecting them, if everything goes to plan, to hatch between the 18th and the 28th of July.
That's really cool. So will people be able to witness that they actually pull out of the sand?
If they are here on the beach, yes, definitely.
And also, are all the turtle eggs expected to survive going back to the beach? And is there a higher chance because you guys will be kind of protecting them along the way?
So there's a higher chance of survival of the nest because we are protecting it from some external factors. But then once they're out and they are in their own natural environment, it's nature, it's survival of the fittest. On average, between 1 and 5% make it to adulthood.
So guys, make sure you don't pollute the oceans and try your best to support things like these to help the environment, because if only 1 to 5% of turtles survive, not throwing a plastic bag into the ocean could save a turtle's life. So well, if there's such a low chance of it surviving in the first place, we should really try and do our best to make sure they survive as long as possible and can come back to the beaches they are on to lay even more turtle eggs. So what do the volunteers actually do to help the turtle eggs to survive and make sure they survive in the long term?
So our main objective is to prevent animal predators from going in and digging out the eggs. So for example, we don't have raccoons here in Malta, but we do have rats, we do have dogs. So what we do is, first of all, we create the protective enclosure to prevent animals from going in. But even if they go in, we are here to monitor them. And if anyone goes in, we shoo them away and protect the eggs in that way as well.
Great, so none of these animals and people are harmed. They are just taken away. That's great. So as you can see, this is all for the environment. They don't do anything that can harm the environment in any way, which is another reason you should definitely support these kinds. You should definitely support in any way you can, because you don't even need to give money technically. You can just come and volunteer and give your time. So yeah. So the volunteers that are helping with the eggs, how long do they stay here? Do they stay like 12 hours a day, or do they stay all day? Yeah.
So we are monitoring the nest 24/7 for the whole incubation period. I divide the shifts of the volunteers into 3 hours, and then every week everyone sends me their availabilities, and I do a roster with everyone according to when they are available. But yes, we're here from midnight to midnight to midnight to midnight every day for 60 days.
Well, that's really great that you guys are giving up so much of your time to helping the eggs, and it's a really good cause because, well, sea turtles are very important creatures as they eat jellyfish, and if any of you live on a place that has jellyfish, you'll know they're very, very annoying. I've never actually been stung with one by myself, but my sister has, and she said it's terrible. As you guys can see, this land is flat. This has been done purposefully, so if any animals like skunks or rats that eat the turtle eggs come, they can see the footprints more easily to scare them away. So can you please tell me the whole process of how the mother lays the eggs and then the eggs grow and go back to the water?
Of course. So usually the mother turtle would first have mated with another turtle, and once she is ready to lay her eggs, she will come out of the water, crawl up the beach, dig a hole, lay the eggs, cover the hole again with the sand, and she leaves and goes back to the water. And then the sand around the eggs acts as an incubator for the eggs to mature.
That's really interesting. So they use nature only to actually grow the eggs, which is really great because it shows how nature can be used in the same ways as modern technology, like incubators, sand, for instance. So yeah, that's really interesting. So this is a pretty large enclosure with many different components. What are all these components used for? Why are they needed?
So basically the green netting is to prevent the animals from going in. But since animals are quite crafty beings, we always seal the base of the enclosure with sandbags so that they can't go in from underneath the netting. Here at the front we have a layer of sandbags, mostly because this beach is predominantly a northwest beach. In Malta, northwest is the predominant wind, and when it goes up to force 6, force 7, force 8, the waves come in quite strongly. So we do a barricade of sandbags to prevent the waves from going up to the actual nesting area. Both to prevent the nest from being washed out and also to prevent the nest from actually being drowned in the water.
So with the bags outside of their enclosure, how are they actually going to get through the turtles to get to the sea when they hatch?
So towards the end of the incubation period, the sandbags at the front will all be removed. They will be used to create a passage down to the sea for the turtles to pass through. The sand inside that passage will all be flattened every single day, because obviously people who use the beach will disturb a little bit that sand, but every evening it will be flattened, and obviously it will be flattened up to the sea level, and even if there are some big stones or a lot of seaweed in their path, that will just be cleared in that area so that it gives them an easier access towards the sea.
This is really great how they think of everything, and that the sandbags will actually be protecting the turtles as they well, they make a passage so the other animals, for instance rats, can't just go in and attack the turtles while they are going to the shore, as they are newborns and, well. So I think that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for explaining all of these things to us, and everyone make sure you leave a like down below to, well, for the turtles. Can you tell us the phone number so if anyone sees turtles or anything in Malta, they can contact you?
Yes. For any protected wildlife in Malta that you see that is injured or in need of help, you can coordinate your Trust Wildlife Rescue Team on 9999-9505. And obviously our volunteers will come and assess the situation and see if the animal needs assessment at a vet or what we can do at that stage. With regards to turtles, please do enjoy our beaches, but before you leave to go home, if you build a sandcastle, flatten it. If you've dug a hole, cover it up, because all those would be an obstacle race for a turtle coming up to nest. So enjoy the beaches, but please do respect our wildlife that needs to also live with us here on the beach as well.
So make sure you also, if you do not live in Malta or Gozo, make sure you find online or somewhere the contact of your local wildlife rescue to make sure that if you do see an animal in need or anything that you can contact them with to help the environment and wildlife. Make sure you do so that, well, things won't become endangered.